A very beautiful evening to you. You are onto the Superscreen TV News at 6. I am Kiruka Ibe, and now looking at the stories and the reports making the headlines. President Muhammadu Buhari has communicated his decision to withhold assent to 4 bills to the National Assembly. The presidential decision was contained in a letter to members by the Speaker of the House, Yakubu Dogara, at the start of the day's proceedings at the House of Representatives. The bills are the Corporate Manslaughter Bill 2018, Agricultural Credit Scheme Bill 2018, National Child Protection Bill 2018, and Court and Tribunal Standard Scale Fines Bill 2018. The President said the Corporate Manslaughter Bill were inconsistent with the 1999 Constitution. He also rejected the Agricultural Credit Scheme Bill on the grounds that the National Assembly jacked up the fund credited in the scheme of $250 billion. On the Child Protection Bill, President Buhari said the proposed agency would merely duplicate the functions of already established agencies and the Ministry of Women Affairs. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF Boss Mustafa, has appealed to traditional rulers to assist the federal government in curbing violence in the country. Mustafa, who disclosed this while receiving a delegation of royal fathers in Abuja, urged the rulers to use their good offices to complement efforts of the government in stemming the rising tide of drug abuse and criminal activities across the country.
As traditional rulers and royal fathers, it is generally believed that you hold the key to the success or failure of security administration in your constituencies and in the country, because you operate at the grassroots of the society and interact closely with the people in their daily activities. You remain in the front line of stakeholders in the business of peace building in every community. And you've shared that responsibility for several years. Peace building promotes development, which in turn attracts investment to the country. As you are aware, the situation of peace and security in the country today deserves collective approach by the government, the traditional institutions, faith-based organizations, and the community in its entirety.
In reaction, Chairman Coordinating Committee Yahaya Abubakar highlighted the history, objectives, and goals of the National Council of Traditional Rulers in Nigeria.
An opportunity for dialogue that enhances ethnic communication while promoting national cohesion and identity. This will go a long way in stemming intertribal, intercommunal, and interreligious conflicts, and in containing ethnic suspicion, animosity, aggression, and other conflicts. It is also hoped that being members of the Council will afford the traditional rulers opportunities for partnership, for growth among their communities, to promote trade, and to form alliances among themselves for the protection of their people's lives, property, dignity, rights, and freedom. The Council will also be a great forum for cultural interaction and possible integration. It will curb the lack of understanding of other ethnic groups and their respective cultures.
The Nigerian Senate has called on the Nigerian Air Force and police to carry out an air surveillance of Sokoto, Zamfara, and Kebbi states to identify the hideout of bandits causing mayhem in the state. This followed a motion moved by Senator Adamu Alero, who decried the murder of 40 people in Sokoto state by armed bandits on Monday.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, from the information we gathered even yesterday night, these bandits are still operating within that area. Unfortunately, law enforcement agencies have not gone there to checkmate what they are doing. This shows that there is serious laxity in the way security agents carry out their activities. we need now is an area surveillance of the area so that these bandits can be located and ground troops can go and get them and deal with them decisively.
The lawmakers noted that the killings have been going on for over 2 years without any meaningful security contributions. Other lawmakers in their contribution to the debate said there is a need to have a follow-up record describing the killings as a serious issue that requires synergy between the DSS, the police and the armed forces.
From politics, Mr. President. What I'm trying to say is this. My brothers and sisters from Plateau, from Benue, from Taraba and everywhere also have similar problems. And anytime they come up, you hear Fulani herdsmen issues. And I have always cautioned, this is one of the divisive tendencies that we have. Let us give this issue the name it requires so that we all can be united in fighting it.
Or what other people will say, it's just about doing the right thing. But for now, we are not doing the right thing that will curtail this killing. This killings is happening every day. There are some killings that are not even reported. Today, human life in Nigeria is nothing. Many killings are taking place about, all these killings about 8, 4, 5. That one people don't even report it. It is when it gets to maybe 30, 40, 50 that you even hear, even the press now, they are even tired of reporting the killings. Look at today's newspaper. You will even see the killings because even the press are getting tired.
This was a very terrible situation that happened on Monday. In fact, the number of people killed in that village was more than 100. Because these people just came in and started killing people left and right and center. There was nothing. In fact, they first started with the son of the village head. Then when the son of the village head was killed, the father went to report to the police. On his way, he was killed. That's the father, that's the village head. And then immediately after that, they came back and started killing everybody in the village. And they killed about 100. In fact, unfortunately, before then, the army and the police were invited to come to the place. They came. They were there briefly. And the people who are monitoring them, that's the bandits. Immediately after the army and the police left the place, they just came in and started killing.
The Senate therefore called on the Inspector General of Police to set up a special squad to mop up the whole zone in order to get rid of the armed bandits and bring to a halt their operations. The House of Representatives has demanded the suspension of President Muhammadu Buhari's Executive Order No. 6. Debating on the issue during plenary, the lawmakers called for an investigation into the constitutional compliance of all subsidiary legislation and executive orders. According to the motion, sponsored by Honorable Nicholas Asai and supported by 27 other lawmakers, the Executive Order No. 6 appears to hijack and usurp legislative and judicial powers.
To the United States of America, which will copy the presidential system of government. When you watch the constitution of the United States government, which is the grand norm, which is the operational compass upon which the United States government rests its legislative powers. Mr. Speaker, this operational compass, which is our constitution, does not recognize executive order in the first place. So it's foreign to our constitution. Mr. Speaker, and if the legislature that represents over 200 million Nigeria cannot rise up to the occasion to challenge the essence of having the legislative house with double chamber is to correct the autocracy of the executive.
Speaking against the motion, Majid Alabi, representing Ocean West, said the executive order is in good faith and does not infringe on the legitimate right of a citizen, noting that presidency order is not illegal.
So when I came into the chamber and I learned about this motion, I felt elated. Unfortunately, when I went through the tenure of the motion, I came to the conclusion that the motion is not only incompetent, it is also hasty and premature. On this ground, program, I want to raise 3 questions. The first question is, has the president the power to make executive orders? I answer in the affirmative by saying yes. I listen to my colleague, the Secretary to the United States of America, and you know the U.S. concern is so compact that you can easily read it, and there is no section of the Constitution that says the President of the United States of America must use executive powers.
Away from the House of Representatives now, the President of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, has joined members of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, and all well-wishers in celebrating wife of the church's general overseer, Pastor Folu Adeboye, who turns 70. The President, in a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, said he rejoiced with the Adeboye family and friends for the grace of service that God has bestowed on them. The President said Nigeria's greatness today among the Committee of Nations is derived largely from the prayers and the teachings of mothers like Pastor Folu. He regularly seek the face of God on behalf of the country and its citizens. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Lagos State has joined others across the country to condemn the police brutality on Governor Ayodele Fayose. The Lagos State's party chairman Moshood Salvador expressed the party position together at the Secretariat in Abuja along with other party executives.
We have written a letter to the IG now, and the message is to make sure what happened is to express our displeasure on the treatment of brutality to our governor, sitting governor in Ekiti. We have to let the Inspector General know through Commissioner of Police that such thing should not happen again. Lagos State chapter of PDP, we are preaching peace, we are preaching no violence. All local government we go, we are preaching peace and no violence to all the youths. We would not expect APC as a ruling party to embrace violence. They must investigate to know the truth to know the right from the wrong, then do the necessary judicial treatment for it.
What is happening to a sitting government is unfortunate. Barricading the government house is unfortunate, and I know it's an error from them because it's sworn to uphold Nigerian constitution. With this development, if the people did not voice out, it might lead to truncating of our democracy. We all suffer for this present democracy, and we don't want anything to happen to it. We want Nigeria to grow like the developed country. We want to follow the rule of law. We want Mr. President to henceforth to uphold the rule of law in every state and to conduct free and fair election for people to be proud of.
It is not right. It is uncondemnable. It is not proper. How can you treat a sitting governor like that? You cannot do that. If we let it go, it means that the trend will continue. Maybe the next governor they are going to maltreat. And when they start maltreating governors, how do you expect them to treat people like us? So we need to condemn it in strong terms. It is not right and we will not accept it.
PDP is extending the olive branch to Mr. President and APC. For crying loud, please let peace reign in Ekiti and let peace reign in Nigeria. And we are also demanding that APC and the IG, they should be responsible enough to tender an apology to the sitting governor of Ekiti State.
The equally called for peace during and after the election, and Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Idris to investigate the matter and bring the perpetrators to book.
They should call all the security operatives in Ekiti to order so that such thing will not happen. We are having an election tomorrow. They should be warned and called to order so that they will not ill-treat any opposition. If APC is going to lose, let APC lose and go home as PDP went home when they lost at the federal level. So it's not a do-or-die affair.
President Buhari should please ensure that there is level playing ground in Ekiti. They cannot bring so many policemen and armed men to go and bombard them in Ekiti. We want peace. Because if there is anything short of peace, it would affect the women and the children. It will affect the men, but it will affect women the more and the children. So we beg him. I should tell his people we need so many armed men in Nasarawa and in Plateau, and in Sokoto, not in Ekiti. Ekiti had always been peaceful.
Lagos PDP executives lending their voice to condemn the attack on Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose. A former Minister of Information, Jerry Ghana, has declared his intention to run for presidency under the flag of the Social Democratic Party SDP. Ghana, who made his interest known in a letter to the party, said Nigeria is facing a crippling uncertainty everywhere in the country. According to him, the present government has shown incompetence and lack of capability to turn around the drifting country, adding that Nigeria will implode if President Muhammadu Buhari returns for second term. Reacting, Deputy National Chairman of SDP, Ishaq Abdul Ahmed, who represented the National Chairman, described Ghana as an asset to the party and the country. The President Electoral Commissioner Rec in Ekiti State has warned those who have no permanent voters card PVC to stay away from polling units during the conduct of the state governorship election on Saturday. According to him, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) gave enough time for registered voters to collect their PVCs and lodge complaints before the proceedings started. They said although Rapid Response Squad would be positioned at strategic locations during the election, no armed policeman will be at any of the polling units so that the electorate would not feel intimidated. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has described the growing level of fake news and hate speech in the country as a threat to national security. Mohammed, who disclosed this to journalists, said fake news, whether at the local government, national and international levels, have potential to threaten the peace, security and corporate existence of the country. According to him, hate speech and fake news contributed largely to the genocide that ravaged Rwanda in 1994. The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, says it has received the badge of 460 assisted voluntary returnees from Libya who were stranded in failed attempts to reach different parts of European countries. Planning Officer of NEMA, Shegun Afolayo, who made this known in Lagos, said the returnees arrived at the Muritala Mohammed International Airport on Thursday. Afolayo said the returnees landed at the cargo wing of the airport, adding that they were brought back through the assistance of the International Organization of Immigration, IOM. And now we'll go on a quick break, and to bring you business-related reports, stay with us. You're welcome back. The federal government has reconstituted the tax appeal tribunals in the 6 geopolitical zones as well as Lagos and the Federal Capital Territory. Minister of Finance Kemi Adeosun disclosed this, said in a statement issued by her media advisor Oloyinka Akintunde, said the tribunals would adjudicate over disputes arising from the operation of federal tax laws and regulations in the country. The reconstitution of the tribunals in accordance with Section 2 of the 5th Schedule of the Federal Inland Revenue Service Establishment Act. The rescheduled meeting of the Federation Account Allocation Committee, FAC, has again ended in a deadlock, resulting in the meeting being suspended indefinitely. The meeting was rescheduled after the initial June 27 meeting was also put off after members failed to reconcile the records with the management of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC. It is the second time the meeting would end in confusion. President Association of Telecommunications Companies of Nigeria, Olushola Teniola, says the telecom industry annually contributes 450 billion naira in form of taxes to Nigeria's economy. Teniola, who disclosed this to journalists in Lagos, said the industry had been paying the sum in the last 5 years to 3 tiers of government. According to him, certain taxes, including corporation and pay-as-you-earn, were statutory, claiming the multiple taxes and some other levies made up the sum. And I'll go on another quick break to bring you foreign and sports-related stories. Stay with us.